Fluency is a key element for success in reading, as well as for school in general. Fluency in reading is the ability to read both quickly and accurately. It involves reading fluidly, putting the correct emphasis on words, knowing when and where to pause while reading, and also being able to read at a normal speed with few errors. A fluent reader would read a passage from Bill Martin's book as, brown bear, what do you see?" A non-fluent reader may read the same passage in the following manner. Brown, bear what do you see? Fluency in reading is important because it leads to better retention and also improved application of the material read. When a child can read fluently, they are better able to comprehend what they are reading. They do not have to worry about decoding individual words like non-fluent readers do. Instead, they can concentrate on the whole body of work. Fluent readers can complete harder tasks related to their reading. Fluent readers are also more likely to enjoy reading and are more likely to read on their own time. Fluency instruction is an important tool that can be used to help all students improve their fluency. It is especially useful for students with fluency disorders, such as stuttering or cluttering. Fluency instruction involves repeated readings of material. However, it can take on many different forms. The most common type of fluency instruction requires the teacher to work one-on-one with the student. With this approach, the teacher models reading a certain passage of text fluently. The student follows along with his finger while the teacher reads aloud. Then, the student attempts to read the passage aloud. The teacher calculates the student's fluency rate and provides feedback to them. If the student reads the passage fluently, then they move on to a harder passage. If the student does not read the passage fluently, then they reread the passage. If the student continues to struggle, then an easier passage needs to be used. The teacher and student continue to work with this process until the student is able to read the material fluently. Now we're going to demonstrate this type of fluency instruction. I'm going to be the teacher and Summer's going to be my student. I will read the passage aloud fluently and Summer's going to follow along with her finger. After that, Summer's going to attempt to read the passage fluently, and I will mark her errors and then compute her fluency score. Are you ready, Summer?
Yes.
Okay. Road safety. Kim stopped on her way to school. In the middle of the traffic lay two children. Their bicycles had crashed into each other. Kim ran quickly to help. She saw that no one was hurt. The children pointed to a television camera. "We are taking part in a road safety lesson," they said. Now your turn, Summer.
Kim stopped on their way to school. In the middle of the traffic lay two children. Their bicycles had crashed into each other. Kim ran quickly to help. She saw that no one was hurt. The children pointed to a television camera. "We are taking part in a road safety lesson," they said.
Good job, Summer. You read the passage fluently with no errors. Therefore, you're ready to move on to a harder level. At the end of the school year, a first grader should correctly read around 60 words per minute. A second grader should correctly read around 90 words per minute, and a third grader should correctly read around 115 words per minute. Another form of fluency instruction is tape-assisted reading. With this form of instruction, the student listens and follows along as a recording of the passage is played. Then the student tries to read the passage aloud. This method is useful because the passage can be heard consistently over and over again. Another way to improve fluency is to pair students together for rereading of material. The students take turns reading the passage aloud. While one student is reading, the other follows along. Then they switch. This method is useful because it allows the whole class to practice fluency. Students can also practice fluency through Reader's Theater. Reader's Theater allows students to rehearse and perform a play. This is a creative way to get students to practice fluency. Fluency instruction can be very useful in special education. Many students with disabilities struggle with reading and reading comprehension. Fluency instruction helps them work on these problems. Fluency instruction allows students to spend more time working on fluency than the regular classroom allows for. Fluency instruction is especially useful for students with disabilities because it allows for repeated reading practice. This program also provides a lot of feedback, an important element of working with children with disabilities. Research shows that repeated reading, like the kind used in fluency instruction, increases students' reading rates, accuracy, and comprehension. Research also shows that monitoring this oral reading improves overall fluency and reading ability. Fluency instruction has been proven to help students of all grade levels. However, schools are moving away from having students read aloud and are moving towards independent silent reading. While independent reading should be encouraged, there is no research that links silent reading and improved fluency. Fluency strategies like the ones given are important tools that can help all students improve their fluency and reading abilities.